Oh, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel AI Verse AI with Sumit. So, in our previous lecture, we have covered the linear regression. So, we have seen what is the linear regression, what is the formula of it, how to find the base fitting line in between the data points of the data set. What are the main two types? Simple linear regression, multiple linear regression. Their formulas y equal to mx plus c, and y equal to mx1 plus mx2 plus mx3 up to n plus c. So these are the main two types. We have seen one simple example also for the linear regression. We have taken the numerical data, also drawn the graph of it, and here finding the slope of it. I hope you might got an simple an idea about the linear regression. So now it's time to go on the next algorithm, which is also related to the supervised machine learning algorithm, which is logistic regression. So what is logistic regression? So it is mainly used when the output is categorical. Okay, when the output are is the in the categorical form, especially the binary. uh Binary, what binary means? Okay, binary means the outputs are maybe in the form of 0 or 1, true false. Okay, spam not spam. So likewise, these are some examples. When the output is in the binary format, then the logistic regression is mainly used. And in the logistic regression, mainly it is used for the classification problems only, not for the regression. For the regression problems, we have used the linear regression over here, and for the classification problems, logistic regression is used over there. Okay, how the logistic regression use in the backend? So logistic regression use this formula for performing or finding the output or drawing the outputs from the input. It uses the 1 upon 1 plus e raised to minus z formula, which is the sigmoid function. Okay, by using this function, it try to find the base fitting line, which is not the straight line. It's having the different graph. You can see over here, it is the S shaped graph. Okay, so what is the logistic regression? It predicts the probability of binary outcome. We have seen over here 1 0 true false spam not spam. Here also they have given the yes no 0 1. So outputs are in the binary format. Then logistic regression is mainly used over there. It uses the sigmoid function to maps input to probability in between 0 and 1. Okay, it's having the range in between 0 and 1. This is the most important part, 0 and 1. Okay, and it ideal for classification task only. When the input features are given, then linear combination is done over here and drawn the simple graph which is in between 0 and 1. You can see like here the graph we try to draw. This is there is a 1 over here and here is a 0. Okay, so graph will look like S shape. It does not move above the 1, so its range is from the 0 to 1 only. What is the meaning of 0 and what is the meaning of 1? When let's take a simple example. Let's take a simple example like whether patient is diabetic or not. Okay, so how the outcomes will look like, whether patient is suffer for the diabetes or not suffer from diabetes. When outcome is 0, then patient having the diabetes, and when output is 1, then not diabetic. Okay, so here the logistic regression works. Okay, let's take another example. Email is spam or not. Okay, so once we get output as a 0, then email is not spam. Sorry, over here once 0 get output, 0 as output, then non-diabetic patient, and when you get 1, then they suffer from diabetic. And in this email, spam or not spam, once get 0 then not spam, and get 1 then email is spam. So likewise, logistic regression is used in such a use cases where the output is in the binary format: 0 1, true false, spam not spam, not spam. Okay, pass or fail. So in such a use cases, logistic regression is work. Okay, so you can see over in the next second picture over here, linear regression versus logistic regression. What is the main difference in between linear regression and logistic regression? In linear regression, it predicts the continuous values. Okay, it predicts the continuous value, and in logistic regression, it predicts the categorical value. We have seen over here whether it's email spam, not spam, diabetic, not diabetic, pass fail. These are the categorical format. Okay, what is the second difference? It uses the best fitting line. It uses the best fitting line, and it uses the sigmoid function with a yes curve shape. Okay, here is a yes. Okay, likewise, there is not a straight line or base fitting line. What's the third difference? It solves the regression problems. Okay, it solves the regression problems, and it solves the classification problems we have seen earlier over here. Okay, it's all for the classification problems. Now let's take the types of the linear regression. Okay, we have seen only for the binary classification 0 1. Okay, we have seen only for the 0 1, spam not spam. Now there may be the multi-class classification also, like 0 1 2 might be the possibility, and it uses multi-class classifier for the classification purpose. Multi-classification, multi-classification problems also can be solved by using the logistic regression also. Okay, so what is the binomial? Two classes over there, like 0 1, true false. In multinomial classes there are more than two unordered classes. Here they have given the one example: cat, dog, or sheep. There are multiple classes, more than two classes. So it considered as a multinomial classification. And in ordinal classification, there are more than two order class, like low, medium, high. Okay. So if the order is given, then they call as a ordinal class classification. And in all these types, the logistic regression works by using the sigmoid formula. It tries to uh, use the sigmoid function and draw the yes curve shape graph. Okay, and make the classification of it. So this is the simple overview of the logistic regression algorithm from the supervised machine learning. uh, I hope you might have got an bit idea how the logistic regression works. Like in for use cases, we can use the logistic regression, for which use case we can use the linear regression. So you might have got the difference also between the linear regression and logistic regression. Also, you might have got bit knowledge about the types of logistic regression, in which cases binomial classification is used, binomial linear regression is used, multinomial regression is used, and ordinal logic regression is used. So these are the simple overviews. uh, we will implement the logistic regression in the upcoming videos. This is only for the theoretical knowledge. I hope you might have got better idea about it. So we will cover a next algorithm, which is the decision tree, okay, in our next video. So about this logistic regression, if any question you have, just comment in the comment box. I'll try to give all the answer and solve your queries, okay. So thank you so much for this video. We will stop over here. Thank you so much, guys.